Welcome to the InfoCast. It has been quite a while since I did a newer episode, but today I'm going to do a quick plug for the 1,000 subscribers we got, and I will continue on with this episode, and we'll have it as a channel trailer. And from now on, the intro is going to play as the outro. That way I can record this all in one go, no edits. It is going to be pre-recorded and then uploaded every Friday. As you see, the time is 9:35 p.m. 8/29/2025. We do have a schedule now, but let me get to the plug. Let me start by just saying thank you for 1,000 subscribers, and we actually have 1,018, but we are very thankful for that. I will be diving into 4 of the founders, including myself, for the channel and our new schedule. Normally we were uploading random things. It's going to change. It's not going to be anything random, but it is still going to feel like it's random because we got quite the schedule. And here it is right here. We got Sexy Haas on Sundays is going to play League of Legends multiplayer game and then post those on here's the thing, it's going to also be pre-recorded, so he's going to play that, post it on Sunday. I'm going to post WoW or Destiny content on Monday. It could be only WoW content, it could be only Destiny 2 content. For now, I am playing only WoW. I have not started Edge of Darkness, I think it's called. But either way, we'll dive in on this episode for that. And you'll always see what's coming Monday from my side of the content creation. Zarik Meister is going to post things randomly on Tuesday. We do have an open slot there as well for our community manager, who normally posts his stuff. His name is now Head Honcho. He was previously known as Number One Stunner. He is the community VP actually now, is the new title. And then Wednesday we got Flying Ho on the Retro or Path of Exile 2, as well as Saturday on Retro or Path of Exile 2. So it's still not officially decided, but he's going to be pumping out content either on Wednesday or Saturday or both. And if he does do both, you got Retro and you got updates to Path of Exile 2. Zarik Meister is going to be posting up throwbacks, which are different than retro games. They're not really old school games, but they're like 360 era, PS3, maybe Nintendo. Not sure what content he's got. I doubt he's got Nintendo. He's mostly got Xbox stuff, so it's most likely going to be 360 stuff or anything he has access to on Game Pass. And anything newer on Game Pass is going to be shown on Tuesday. Stealthy, that's me again. InfoCast on Friday, and I put in their dev interview, but those have to happen naturally. I have to meet with the indie developer. I have to be playing his game. I have to be kind of going through the ins and outs of the game before I get together with him, ask for an interview. Again, I don't want to take the developer's time, and it has to be their free time. And what I mean by natural, we both have to be in the mood to talk about their game. I know a lot of indie developers like to talk about their games, but sometimes I don't have the time to do it. And that's why it will only come once a month, and I don't see this starting till about October, but it could start sooner. It depends who I get. I do have some ideas in the notes I take. Definitely, I might be interviewed myself with my game, but we'll dive into that later. But here's the weekly schedule, and we hope to maintain it. Nothing's guaranteed. I don't know, like, if someone doesn't feel like doing something from their side, maybe something doesn't show up, but I'm going to do my best to post every Friday and every Monday, which is what is going to change with the channel currently. As you see here, we got Black Myth Wukong. I've been posting up boss battles, and that might not happen as often as it did before. It might happen randomly. I'll still try to fill in these playlists. The home page here is going to change. We're going to have a different description with the schedule you just saw there, and it might list our shows instead. But any new titles we'll definitely try to play. We'll definitely try to pump out anything interesting. But this show is now reserved for Fridays, and it's going to change a little bit. Before, I used to tackle one topic. I'm going to try to tackle the whole news in general, just give a quick opinion about it, and try to do the show as quick as possible. But this is the end of the trailer here. If you're seeing this on the homepage, Make sure you tune into Infocast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like our videos. Comment on the videos. It does help. The more it goes up there. We are monetized now, and that's why I want to thank everyone for helping us reach 1,000 subscribers. We really started in 2019, but the channel's been around since 2007. So we are really old school. We've been pumping content out. This is our passion. Gaming's our hobby. And we all have real jobs, so this is all part-time, but we definitely like this to grow and definitely like to focus on this more in the coming future. And if I click on the links here, you see we do have a Discord. Anyone wants to reach out to us, feel free to join the Discord, message me. I do only connect to Discord now 1 to 3 times a day, so I'm moderating it part-time. So if anyone wants something immediately, you can always check if the founders are on. And even though I am a founder, I kind of stepped down from managing that whole Discord, and I left it to the other 3. So if you see any of those online, definitely reach out to them. Reach out to our VP. Anything you don't like in the Discord, you want to report, feel free to do that. You can always message me. I'll always get back to you. And if you go into our community here, we have some comments. We always respond to our comments. We always like the comments. If we disagree, we won't dislike, but we will respond. And sometimes if someone else is responding and I'll see they already responded, I'll get onto my personal account, which is Stealthy, and I will respond to both, if not, or just that initial person. So thank you again for 1,000, and make sure you subscribe again. Thank you. All right, now we're diving back straight into the Infocast. And on this episode, I'm just going to do this live since I got you guys here. I like the original mix better. So he's talking about, Snake Eater Delta came out more recently. If you haven't picked it up, it's a lot cheaper on PC, getting it through cdkeys.com or greenmangaming.com. If you're a PlayStation fan or Xbox fan, you might find a key out there on a discount. I couldn't find any. PlayStation goes for $59.99, and then there's the collector's edition, the cameos, which you can see are on this channel, and we posted everything that comes with it right here. It's Snake Eater Camouflage Showcase. Now, I was showing this game off. I'm going to stop making content for that and only post boss battles. The same thing with, Black Myth Wukong. And these will be on the lower tiers of the playlist. We want to highlight our major shows, like this one, for example, and our major playlist for each content creator. Going down here, there might be one more Elden Ring video, and that's going to wrap up. Any requests, feel free to do it. But like I said, Monday, Friday is my World of Warcraft, Destiny content, and I'm going to get back to Destiny, but here we are live. So this person's saying they like the original mix better. I didn't notice that the intro, it's not the intro music. It's after you beat the Virtuous mission and before you start the Snake Eater music. It's after Vulcan shoots a mini nuke and destroys one of the facilities. And then it starts up again with Snake Eater diving back in, or not skydiving, going in through this little aircraft. It shows you previews of the whole game, kind of like James Bond trailers. That's kind of what it was aiming for. But this person is saying there was an original. So let's comment to him live here. I wasn't aware there were any differences. Thank you. All right, and this person says NC, and this is for, so Black Myth Wukong. One of the bosses I was fighting here required an item called Wind Tamer, which stops some cutscene tornado move. By the way, this is one of the biggest bullshit bosses, and I'm kind of sick of these difficult games that are imitating Soulsborne, Elden Ring type, because they're not too calculated, especially this boss fight. There was times I dodged, and I would still get hit, but that doesn't happen with any game. Either way, what do I want to say? Like, I was hard-headed about it, and I'm like, no, I'm not going out to get this item. I'm going to beat him this way. And that's what tends to happen, which is why I'm trying to retire from these types of games, because I get stuck in this loop of continuously trying to beat it at the most difficult possible way. But that won't continue with Black Myth Wukong. If I get stuck on a boss, I'm just going to look it up and just see what item I need. Because I looked it up after and I saw you can turn off that tornado and I would have easily beaten him after like 20 tries versus 100. Anyways, moving forward, so this guy's telling me nice, give him a nice thumbs up. Thank you for watching. And right here, yes, the electric chair of lobotomy and forgetting. Okay, so I've never played Dishonored 2. This is a Zarik Meister content creation. It's a throwback. So he actually started earlier than all of us. The plan was to start on Friday, but he's like, I'm going to whip out my video today. So I'm not going to respond to him. If he sees it and wants to respond to it, he can. I'm just going to like it right now. But here, no, that's not an example. There have been examples where... Oh, and I will try to translate and respond sometimes. Or if someone on our team knows the translation, they will respond. This was really odd. It seemed like some type of spam. Anyways, I'm not going to go into all the comments, but what I was trying to show is that we're not going to always like something, obviously, but we will respond if we don't like it. And at least comment on it. So you'll always get some feedback from the DG channel. Okay, so... we're still in housekeeping here, and there's some topics that I wanted to discuss before this show stopped long ago. In fact, I'm not even sure when the last episode occurred here, so what I like to do is sort playlists by latest, and if it doesn't load, that means I gotta load them by going down this way. Oh, and I wanted to mention, the dev interviews are the flagship podcast, which has not been done for a while. So it's no new show, just like this one. There's nothing new created. It will be late nights. I'm not here to do late nights. And, oh, here it is. And this is me, like, raging on Task Force, and we'll get into that soon, but... Let me check the last real episode, because this was on some other Task Force episode, and then I just posted it here as a short, which actually shouldn't be here. So I'm going to actually remove it from Infocast, because I want to highlight just the shows and keep shorts by themselves. Sometimes you'll see shorts in other playlists, like if it's a Gears shorts. And that's another thing I will focus on is... anything funny I find, I'll post as a short. I got a few videos from Spider-Man 2 glitches that I'm going to show. And I had recently played Warhammer and showed some glitches there. But it looks like 1 year ago. I mean, this isn't the first time we've had like a large gap from 2 years to 1 year right here. But... this is today's the newest episode. It has been a year, and glad to be back. Glad to be focusing on content, and we do want to continue. And the only way to continue is with your support. And I'm reading through some topics I wanted to tackle before we move on here. So I have some other interview that I had written notes on, which didn't happen because the developer was really busy. But sooner or later, he's going to tell me he's ready, and that's going to be an episode. So some things here. I had peak summary, controversy summary, latest games, channel changes. I had Destiny 2 ending about the final shape, and talking about the Edge of Darkness, or I got to see what the title is. I got right here in my notes, I got Final Shave of Our Wallets and Destiny 2 Edge of Filler, but we'll get into that. But the last two topics on the housekeeping was Peak 53, and it had released Team Deathmatch and Respawn, and it did not continue because the player base just wasn't there. And the developer looks like he's moving on. He did mention to me he might release one more update with changing it back to cel shaded to give it the old SOCOM look, but Not many people are interested in SOCOM in general other than playing it on the emulator, which is why, again, I've stressed about this for a while. And even, what's his name, 1UP, it looks like those servers died out. So try to join us on SOCOM Dominator. We play mostly SOCOM 2, but here you see SOCOM 3 based on. If you want to vote for it, here's the DNS. Secondaries all zeros. Try to join us every Friday. I'm actually going to be hopping on after this episode. And they're probably, well, they usually expect me by 10, but it starts at 9 p.m. So that's it for all I have to say about Peak. You can comment about it. You can leave your opinion, of course. Task Force, we all know the conclusion of that, but I just wanted to show the curators. This guy is just a piece of shit. No doubt about it. Everyone knows about it. Released in August 2022. He's obviously lied. He never was able to complete his game, and he posted that, oh, now people can use my engine instead of me completing the game. It just didn't meet the time frame for me to release it, when really it failed, and he drove people away. Everyone knows the story, but here's some more curators just not recommending the game and giving information how it was crowdfunded. He made so much money off of people just scamming them and then game banning them, like myself, when I had no criticism. And again, I'm not going to rerun the whole story here, but just showing off how not one curator recommends him. And the fact that he's still on Steam is just that he's not big enough for Valve to do anything. It wouldn't be fair to remove his game without them actually knowing what he's doing with solid proof, even though all the reviews flat out say what he does. But they can't just jump to that conclusion. And even then, he has to cost thousands and thousands of people money for Valve to actually step in and do something. And that's basically what they said through the support. So either way, he failed, but he does have a profile. That's the other reason I'm bringing this up. He does have an Unreal Engine account where he's just selling and trying to milk money out of whatever he creates. And I can't remember where exactly it was on. I think it was on the Unreal Store, but there's a link here that leads to it. And one of these supports leads you to it. You just gotta dive in. And when I was looking, he had charged things that he was creating, repainting in Unreal. As you see, he works with the Unreal Store. He sells objects. So that's his way of making money, other than scamming people with this game. And he took down, that's how petty he was. He took down the sales just so he wouldn't get any more bad reviews. And if you just filter here, you can clearly see the more recent ones. Unfinished, Steam ban abuse. This guy supported the game. It's all out there. So if I ever, I'll look into what the items he's selling on Unreal and just let it be known. Just so you know to avoid it. Just, I'm not here to, try to break his wallet. Obviously, he's done that himself by burning his own bridges. But it's good to let people know that, hey, avoid supporting someone who's a piece of shit. And going from that, here's my game. Released in Early Access 2024. And I've been listening to all feedback. If you read the Early Access game area, I never changed it because I want people to see what was told to you before I continued development, before I started more development, after it was released on Early Access. And going through all these news posts, you can see everything I built based on feedback and fixes and new levels. Right here, there was 2 levels. Now there's over 15 levels. And I've created side quests that I never planned to create. Altogether, this game was supposed to be a 15-minute game. When I posted on here, I said I wanted to do 6 hours. Some playtesters have been playing and haven't even finished it, and they've been playing for 8 hours. And it's only $1. And I am going to increase the price when it's released, and that's how I reward the fans. And I'm constantly adding new achievements with every new level I add. And the latest news here, like the latest was a boss fight. The latest news here was fixes, and then I list all the levels remaining. So we're almost to the end here. I want to say December, but this could take till next year, because the most important thing now, after I replaced all the AI placeholder images with real renders, I'm going to replace the AI voice actors. So if you're interested in any of that, contact me. If you like any characters in here and you believe you have the voice for it, join the Discord. It's on the link right here, and it'll take you straight to the Lands of Hyberian Discord, and you can definitely just jump in there and let me know, hey, I like this character, or hey, this is some feedback I want to leave for you. It's not an Unreal Engine game. It is a flat 2D game with flipbook type of animations, because I'm not an animator, and I did code this, and it is my first outing. And most importantly, what I can say is I did code this to get familiar with the Steam store, and now you can see here I'm trying to get familiar with the Epic Game Store. And this store right here is outdated. It's not available on Epic's Game Store. It does say coming soon. I'm still trying to solve how to get achievements on there and work with their systems, so I can't release it until I get that solved. I kind of put it on the back burner, and I want to finish the Steam version, and then when it's fully complete and released, then I move on to that, because this took a lot of development time. So I want to say in December, if I'm on track, it should come out, and if not, then it's delaying into next year. And again, that all depends. So that is the housekeeping. We're moving on to the channel. I already mentioned, well, we're not moving on to the channel. We're moving on to the gaming news, because I already mentioned what you will see on the channel. So again, please subscribe. Please like on videos. Please leave your comments, suggestions, whatever you want. We hear you. So that is that. And I'm looking through my notes here. We're not going to dive into Destiny 2 yet. We're going to dive into this trailer here for Resident Evil Survival Unit. Now, our channel did have mobile content, and when I first saw this, I'm like, oh, nice, a good new multiplayer game for Resident Evil. I mean, I wasn't so hyped knowing that they all failed previously, but I'm like, what if this is going to be related to the Outbreak games, which Outbreak 1 and Outbreak File 2 were really good games back on PlayStation 2. So looking at this, wow, all these graphics I didn't even see, but unfortunately it is a mobile strategy game, so I'm not sure how it will look. But man, they just make all this high level CGI for it to be a different type of game. And this is where you read about it. Upcoming mobile strategy game is posted by IGN. The reason I'm showing this, I have a beta for Google Play Games beta. So if it's available there, I can capture footage and hopefully let you guys see what it looks like. And another mobile game that was announced, which again I got really excited for, thinking it was a new Destiny game in third person, because that's what I read, Destiny third person, Destiny Rising, and I'm like, oh, nice. I'm like, okay, maybe they're trying too hard to milk it, or maybe they're going a different direction. And then I see it's a mobile game. And yeah, you can tell my disappointment has gone down, because let's be honest, mobile games, like if you play Diablo Immortal, they're all set up to be microtransaction based. Like trying to make every little dollar, the most dollar they can out of you, take the most money they can out of you, and not much thought gone into it. I could be wrong, but I don't see much out of this. It looks like it's a different developer, so you never know. I can't just shut it down. I mean, there have been good mobile games, so you never know. With Diablo Immortal, it's still a good game, for example, but it's just, you can tell they're out for money. So I hope this isn't one of those titles, but knowing the name Destiny, it's always trying to sell you something, and that's where I can kind of, and I had it open over here, same thing. That's where I can kind of transition into the next topic with Destiny. But it looks like I had the website open here, and okay, really quick, we can see it looks like it's scheduled for. Oh, there's not a real release date, but looks like it's coming out this year for both Google and Apple Store. This is Resident Evil Survival Unit. Characters, shows the characters you can play as. I wish they would show gameplay. Like, I want to see what this looks like in action, but unfortunately it's not there. Pre-registration. Maybe I'll register there in just a sec, but here's Destiny Rising. Let's take a quick look. Why is it showing first person view there? I was told it was third person, and right now I'm seeing some. Maybe it's both, but I was told it's third person. Controller support. Okay. We're seeing a lot more things now. And that's why I want to dive into the future of Destiny, I want to call it. This section of topics. Okay, I guess this is pre-register, not pre-order. Looks like you can download it now, but we'll get to that. This guy's saying, I thought my phone was going to explode. Okay, so it is out there. Oh, we got some gameplay, some real gameplay here. And it is third person, as you see here. He's slashing there. Kind of reminds me of Infinite Blade right there. It's both. So now we're seeing first person. So is first person walking, third person combat, or is he just switching to the sword? Either way, there's some gameplay for Destiny Rising. What I do want to say here is, so let's get out of Resident Evil and there. So when I first wrote this topic, it was before Edge of Darkness came out. So let me make sure that is the name. Oh, Edge of Fate. So see, I was calling it the wrong thing. So you will see more content for the Edge of Fate coming once I pick up this game, but I refuse to pick it up at full price. It has to be on sale. So right there is a sale, but I don't know if it's worth it. We'll see. And that's where the content will go on Mondays. But before Edge of Fate came out, I called Final Shape the final shave of our wallets in my notes here. Before I called it the final scam before Destiny 3. Unfortunately, we didn't get Destiny 3. And slowly it seems like Bungie's getting sucked up into Sony, and it's just trying to pump out anything to make money. As you can see here, it's mostly negative on Steam, but that is 252 recent reviews and 1,722. But we're going to also dive into Edge of Fate and their content. Another name I mentioned earlier was Edge of Filler. And let's dive into why I called it the Edge of Filler. Look at this crap right here. So, okay, you get the Edge of Fate campaign, but if you don't at least pay for the Year of Prophecy, you won't get the Renegades campaign. Now, they already ran the scam in every single expansion where they always say, oh, you're going to get the seasonal content. And the last one, the Final Shape, they're like, oh, you're going to get 3 episodes and you're going to be able to play them whenever you want. But it got everyone thinking that it was going to be storied content reminiscence of the campaign, the Final Shape, or of the Witch Queen, or the Taken King, or whatever. But it was literally just like a seasonal episode expanded. And seasonal episodes, what they are those seasons that come out with mini storylines. You get this new home base hub. You talk sometimes they take you to an older school area. You talk to some quest giver, one of the known characters. They send you out on the same planet, same area you've been before to do similar missions. And literally that's all they do is they reuse older missions, even older missions they had from Destiny 1, and they pump it back out and they call it DLC. Now the biggest crime that Bungie has been doing is vaulting content. content you paid for. They've been doing this, they haven't stopped doing this, and they continue to do this, and they say it's the lower gigabyte size. Now, this topic, again, future of Destiny. The reason I'm talking about it is to give Bungie, to give Sony, if whoever's listening to this, see if you agree with me on this. Number one thing they need to do is release all vaulted content. Who cares how big the file size is going to be? Split them into certain downloads if you want, like how Call of Duty has, and tell you, do you want to download this expansion? Do you want to download this expansion, this expansion? And that's one way to sort it out where it won't be such a big gigabyte file. And another thing is, people have been asking, bring back the original campaign. Now, apparently they're in this lawsuit. They can't bring it back. So, I mean, that's not the end of the story here. Like, there's videos out there showing the whole gameplay being played. You have those planets still there. You could easily remake it. Like, there's remakes out there. Like, all these new games that come out are remakes. Remake it, re-release it. This is how you satisfy the Destiny 2 fans. Once you satisfy the Destiny 2 fans, you satisfy the Destiny 1 fans that you lost. You re-release Destiny 1 Classic, you call it. You release it on PC. You re-release it on consoles. You get that community back up. You're going to have happy fans. Now, where do you go after Year of Prophecy? You definitely don't go to Destiny Rising. You definitely don't make a third-person mobile. But I get it. They're trying to get the extra bucks from people who use their phone for gaming that don't have time for console gaming. Where do you go from here? Do you keep releasing expansions, or do you release Destiny 3? I mean, the easy answer is just do Destiny 3. But they have to fix what Destiny 2 has needed. And another way I guess they could fix is say, here's Destiny 3, and here's everything you've ever been played through and been through on Destiny 3. Every location, every mission is now open, every planet that you played in Destiny 1, Destiny 2, all the raids, everything is now available on Destiny 3, and here's this new large campaign. And this large campaign can't just be a simple 4 to 6 hour campaign. It has to be the 16-hour campaign. It has to start us from level 1, get us back up there, make it old school, make it what people like, and then unlock the newest raid. But less likely to happen now that they're with Sony. It seems like they're just going to keep dishing these out. And if they're going to keep doing that, whatever new expansion they release, my suggestion to you is do not purchase it day one, because this, unless you want this to continue, where they're going to just scam you out of dungeon content unless you pay for the highest or mid-tier. And the mid-tiers aren't cheap. Like, when this launched, okay, it was 40, maybe it was base price 60, and then this one's 80 to 90 or 100. You know what? Let me see the PlayStation prices, because most likely that is not on sale. And it's a good way to show you how it's defined on day one. So it looks like the base price is $39.99, but again, you're not getting the full package, and it's going to restrict you from dungeon content that's going to have the better gear and that's going to have you up to date with rating. And I don't see the other offers for some reason. And we see it on 30% discount right now. Year of the Prophecy, here we go. So here you go, look. Okay, so I don't know if that's a new base price. I don't know if it was 60 on launch, but it looks like, because look at Year of Prophecy edition was $79.99, and now it's finally $60. So now paying normal price for a normal game, not an expansion, is now $60. And you could say I'm being kind of hypocritical because of like World of Warcraft, for example. But World of Warcraft has earned their money, in my opinion. Where Destiny is straight up scam. It seems like they're scamming. Like, you can't say a game is scamming when it's optional to buy it or not. And you do see it's gone on sale right away because it was not received well. but everyone can say it's a scam for themselves. Like, they read it, hey, this is a scam. I've gotten a better deal previously. Look at that, $100 for the Ultimate Edition. They throw in some Star Wars skins or whatever. I recall it said some Star Wars skins. It looks like they changed it now too, and they're still charging $100. Where is the Star Wars pack that came with this? That is very strange. I recall you get all the, maybe the license ran out, the timing for that. Who knows? But $60 is not worth this. Get your shit together, Bungie, Sony. You're going to fire all of them. I guess just shut it down like you always do with all your franchises. It's very unfortunate, but I gave the strategy guide how to get out of that hole. That's what the fans want. If you disagree with me, let me know. If you agree with me, also let me know. Give me some good criticism on this, in my opinion. Now we're moving on to World of Warcraft Midnight. So I always do get the highest tier of this. I don't plan to play the betas. I might try it out just to capture footage. But the top two the channel is always getting hits on are World of Warcraft and Destiny 2. With Destiny plummeting more recently, but people still like to come back and see what was there. Anyways, with Midnight, it looks very interesting. Can we call it the Midfiller expansion? I would say possibly, yeah, because sure, you know, they got this new villain who, more recently, the Ghosts of Karash has definitely done a better job story-wise. And kind of dishing out this character than War Within did. And fleshing her more out in Midnight is a good direction. But people just want to get back to the Titans. People want to see Illidan. They want to see Sargeras battle it out, get the conclusion that we've been waiting for since Legion. Now, I might be wrong. I don't keep up with every single part of a story of WoW. So if there's something different you want to see, let me know. But personally, I'm waiting for that. The conclusion to the Titans and WoW Sargeras. So if World of Warcraft Titans comes out and the main focus is still this villain, then I'm not interested. Another thing is we got Thrall and Anduin in War Within, and I'm not saying they're not in here, but they weren't in this trailer at all. So maybe they wanted to focus on her, which is fine, and her name's not coming to mind right now. It's just not memorable to me. But then again, I still have to finish off 3 more chapters to Ghosts of Karash, and that will be on the channel Mondays. The new big thing is housing. People have been asking for this for forever in WoW, and it looks like it's finally fleshed out way better than the Garrison. So look forward to that. Welcome to the neighborhood. It would be nice to have your friends as neighborhoods. I don't know how it's going to work as instancing, or it's going to be people can just publicly walk by. That would be pretty cool. I'm sure they've announced it. So if you know, let me know in the comments. But housing looks definitely good. Maybe it says here, neighbors, choose your perfect plot. So it looks, public or private. So you can have it publicly displayed, which is nice. I don't know if it's gonna work like servers or layer based, most likely, but you can have private neighborhoods too. Not bad. They really fleshed it out here. Kingdom of Quel'Thalas. They're reusing that island that came out with the Sunwell back in BC, which is cool. And that's her name, Zelith. I can't pronounce that. I'm sure the X is silent. Or not silent. Zelith? I'm bad with names. I'm really bad with names. Gameplay reveal. So we want these graphics one day. We need a WoW remake with real, not CGI level, but obviously like Unreal Engine level graphics. That's what people want for the future. We want a World of Warcraft 2, but it will most likely never happen. These are the new areas, the zones. It looks like they're reusing zones, like we said, Qualthana's Island, Silver Moon City, Eversong Woods, Olaman, Harandar, and Voidstorm. Awesome. So yeah, definitely check this out. I don't want to make this. I kind of drag this episode too far out. For the future, we'll just be letting you know the latest and the greatest. But here's another game that just makes so much money off its extra content. And I do get the Epic Edition, and I do show it off on YouTube. But this is my main game. If it was not my main MMO, I would not be dishing out this much for it. It's called The Last Titan. Okay. So hopefully that's some Sargeras stuff in there. Anyways, I'm moving on because really what I wanted to do here is talk about the newest releases and whatever comes out new on Fridays. I want to be up to date to letting you guys know about it in case you missed it. So I'm just seeing this now. It's a Halloween trailer. It looks like it's based on the original. The John Carpenter. Oh, he's actually producing the game. I don't know if this is going to be a multiplayer game like the Jason game, so I'm just looking at it now. It looks like it has single player and multiplayer modes according to IGN. And it'll be available. Halloween will be available. Oh, geez, 2026. That's kind of too early to let us know about it, but I guess get it out there. And they got a nice CGI trailer here. I'm kind of gonna skip through it here. I doubt it's gameplay. Single player and multiplayer horror experience. So I hope it's separate, different. Multiplayer, if it's like Friday the 13th, that was really fun. So I'm looking forward to this. And it will be interesting what kind of single player content is shown on this. So lastly, I'm going to go to a website I used. It's called sifted.net. And the reason I go to this website is because it shows the latest news that's like it's called the website Sifted. And let me kind of show you the logo here because my camera is blocking it. They do have their own shows here, but I will not be going through there because it is a more so private website. You have to pay for premium content. So what I like to go here is see the news articles. And that's the plan moving forward, is to kind of go through here, kind of go through any other website and talk about the latest and greatest. Last of Us star Bella Ramsey, that's the top news here. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I agree. I don't like The Last of Us. I watched season 1 and then I heard season 2 does the same thing. I'm not gonna watch it. I have nothing against the actress. I did like her in Game of Thrones. She did a great job. And I don't think she should have been Ellie. She looks nothing like her. Either way, Last of Us 2 is a decent game at best because of the story and progression. I've said this before. I've graded it a 6 out of 10. It's not the best thing out there. Some people think differently. That's their own opinions. It got review bombed both ways. That's my opinion. Ghost of Yotai gone gold. So that means it's wrapped up in development and it's going to release on October 2nd, 2025. I haven't made the decision to get it. I don't like getting full price games at $69.99. I don't think games should cost that much, especially when PC has better graphics and sometimes the same game comes out and it's more on PlayStation and it's less on PC. Does not make sense to me. And you should not fall for that. And now games, if they go to $79.99, no chance. Some of the big news here is a rumor leak for PlayStation 6 dockable handheld leak. Okay, I am not going to watch this video because it seems like it's a leak. It's not official, but it looks like PlayStation might be trying to get into the game again because of Xbox and the latest ROG, but it's trying to say that's going to be better graphics. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't listen to what you read. Wait till it comes out and then do the comparisons. They're copying Switch again, taking another page from Nintendo, trying to work and get that money off of their success, trying to polish it a little better, maybe make it better hardware wise. I don't see it. Going through. But if PlayStation 6, they're saying that's a main console, it's more likely to succeed as a main console versus an Xbox Ally X, which is a handheld separate component. And as you see, Microsoft's going towards Game Pass software, and they just released Gears of War Reloaded on Xbox, which again is basically the Ultimate Edition just revamped. I mean, it's good for PlayStation users. For Xbox fans, it's like, hey, you remade the graphics, but you took an old system of matchmaking that failed previously. Because if you go on Gears 5, you see a much better playlist. Excuse me. You see the browser list, you get matchmaking, you get a lot more options. What I noticed with Reloaded, it was the same, because I launched up Ultimate Edition before Reloaded came out, and they redid the playlists to what was being active at the time. It literally copy-pasted exact playlists that were there at launch of Gears Reloaded and had the same ones. I don't know if they're going to change them in the future, but they probably need to do that, especially if Ranked is only going to have execution and 2v2 Warzone shotgunning. Yeah, that's when the game died out. So I'm sure they're going to update that, but you never know. Judas. So this is the Ken Levine game, I think, the BioShock game lookalike. And as you see here, the staff member Shane says he's hoping, game is sounding awesome. Fingers crossed. Yeah, why not? Excuse me. I'm looking forward to it too. Excuse me. Angry Video Game Nerd's still around. If you haven't watched him, I highly recommend him. He's very funny. Mario Paint. Game Pass. Rolling out to lower tiers of Game Pass. Oh, so they're trying to make it a cheaper offer for people who don't want maybe day ones. That's what I would assume, because if they put day one on the lower tier, no one's going to pay for the higher tier, and they want people paying for the higher tier. People are going to pay for the lower tier if maybe they're playing a game and they want to pay cheaper to play an older game. That sounds fair, I guess. EA, 2K, Metal Gear Solid 3, Triangle Dunk, Eater Delta. It looks like they show some other YouTubers on here. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I don't read what Kashima says anymore because I don't care. I will play his game. I haven't played Death Stranding 2. I'll wait for a sale or some sort to play it, but I'm done listening to him talk about things that are meaningless, that don't end up in the game, or he more so over explains it. Borderlands 4 is coming out. Okay, I don't see much newer news here. So I did mention IGN earlier. Why are they Kotaku reviewing Hitman now? That's weird. Oh, maybe because newer content. There was some news about Silent Hill F being like a Demon Soul or Dark Souls type of combat, but again, that's just combat. If it's using bonfire system and all that, then I think it's fair to compare it. Other than that, I wouldn't compare it. Epic CEO blames Unreal Engine 5 issues on developers about more support incoming. That was the other thing. I did not see Metal Gear Delta on the Epic Games Store, so I'm hoping to see that. By the way, I stopped supporting Steam. I don't get games on there. It doesn't mean I'm not going to get games off of Steam anymore ever again, but it will be the last option. Like, if I can get it on Epic Games Store, I'll get it on there versus getting it on Steam because of the game ban abuse that happened earlier with the task force. I forgot to mention that, just wanted it to be known. PC gaming has existed long before Steam. You don't need Steam to play your PC games. There are many options, and That is one major factor why I will not purchase another Steam game if I can find it on another console or another platform. Even Ubisoft, even EA Store, even GOG.com, they have their own app. Amazon has their own app. Everything's got their own app now. It's ridiculous. Okay, lastly, we're going to go to IGN, see what is the latest here. So, shows-wise, I haven't been seeing anything. Helldivers 2, they got a review on Xbox. And I'm not going to click and, this is for you to go on here. I just want to talk about my opinion on things that I see. And that's one good thing about buying on PC again, is you also get to mod a game, and it's cheaper than the PlayStation version. And again, it was on Steam. I did not get it on Steam. I didn't see it on Epic Games or nothing else, so I ended up getting it on PlayStation. So I did dish out the extra cost. They're re-releasing this again. They keep releasing Back to the Future too many times. From DVDs, Blu-rays, I remember rebuying it so many different times. There doesn't seem like there's much news. Here's the trending stuff. We went to all news here. I guess we should have picked some type of gaming news. Besides that, Mortal Kombat's delayed. There's a PlayStation 6 we talked about. The modding. Oh, okay. So they had to contact all of them. That's funny. Not really newsworthy in my opinion, but it's whatever. Pro Gamer Faker appears. Make surprise. I don't care for whoever that is. But best of luck to them. Sony CEO responds to Apple TV's show. That's another show thing. Some discounts. Some Dexter stuff, it looks like, which we're not going to see and spoil. It's a good show. I recommend it for those. Warhammer, so slow news Friday. Nothing much out here. I am looking forward to the Indiana Jones DLC. If you have not played Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, do not hesitate. Go play it. And that is all for today's episode. I for sure went way over than I expected to. It says 52 minutes. Yeah, almost an hour of runtime here. So I'm hoping in the future to make these a lot shorter and just go dive into the latest news. And you can come here, you can hear my opinion. If there's some topic that comes up, I will definitely mention it. Or some game that I've been playing more recently, I'll mention it and give an opinion on it. If there's anything you want to mention, if you want to comment, let me know and I'll talk about it. Battlefield 6, that was another thing that's really interesting and a good topic actually. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Here's a prediction actually. I guess as long as Battlefield 6 works as good as it worked for me, at least on the beta, I can predict that it's going to completely destroy Black Ops 7. Already Black Ops 6 has destroyed its reputation with all these skins, and people are looking for a new modern look. Not, new, but they want to go back to that modern soldier army first-person shooter without these glowy skins. Because Black Ops 6 has become the new, Fortnite, or not the new Fortnite, but a new way of... It's like the Fortnite first-person shooter, and I know Fortnite has their own first-person shooter, but they're basically taking the microtransaction idea where they're connecting with all these other developers and bringing in skins, whether it's from TV shows like Beavis and Butthead or any other random anime or any other game. They're bringing those characters in, like they brought Lara Croft in the previous Call of Duty. They are going to lose fan base because people want realism. And I remember this happening with Black Ops 4, where they had these glowy, flashy armors, and people were getting turned off by Black Ops 4, and they're like, no, we don't want to do this. Black Ops 7 does seem like it's going back into the interesting story. Most people don't get Call of Duty just for the campaign. They get it for the multiplayer, and Battlefield 6 is more appealing right now. If that does happen and the fan base is falling off with Black Ops 7, I do see them going and releasing Modern Warfare 4 and not adding those type of skins. At least I would hope they don't do that. or they'll at least take a realistic approach, get people to buy the game. Once it's grows to a larger number, they'll go ahead and sneak that store back in, because I don't see them taking out that store. It's still making the money, even though I'm saying Battlefield 6's success is going to be a lot better. At least the hype, at least the fans are going to tell you 6 is better. Call of Duty still might sell more. We won't know till we get the sales. And that is all. That is all I want to end with. Thank you for watching. Again, we're going to have the outro play, and then the video is going to end there. So I'm going to go ahead and close up here and prepare the outro, because I'm new trying this in reverse. But here we go. Till next time.